The home of the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads. I want to jump in here real quick before we get this grilling session started, boys and girls. As the OCF, I would like to say that we might have us a new future sponsor. Check it out. That's right. You see that? It says Starbucks Skittles C4. That's right. That one day will be the official drink of the outlaw of college football for all those Skittle shitters out there and what we think of them. But before we get to the grilling session, I'd like to ask you guys and gals to look underneath this video, if you would, where it says like, share, and then it says download. Right beside the download option is the heart. It says thanks. Hit that thanks button. Give me a few dollars. And that way, I don't have to depend on YouTube and their sponsorships as much. Now let's get to grilling. Sitting in my chair, biding my time, waiting for some college football time. That's right. I'm ready for it to be here. I know you guys and gals are. The Athens Lindy's magazines are about to come out. But today I'd like to come in here and talk about a little show I saw the other day. It's called Unnecessary Roughness with Brittany Walker and some other chick. Was it Brittany Walker? Or was it Brianna Walker? Or was it Brandy? Brandon. I think it was Brandon Walker. That's right. Old Mississippi State cowbell. Now, I was put on to this show by a man by the name of Heath Stokes, one of our common Joes and Sallys in the know. Once again, putting me in the know. Not that I really wanted to know this too much after I watched old Brandy Walker. Old Brandy got on there talking about he's going to have a very even-keeled, unbiased podcast about Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher. How I'm going to get into Nick Saban's shit and I'm going to get into Jimbo's equally. And all I heard from the very beginning was, the first thing that came out of his mouth was something about cocksucking. And then after that, he's talking about Saban's lip quivering. I'm like, damn, dude. You got some deep-seated issues with Saban's lips, don't you? I think you're the one that's been thinking about cocksucking and lip quivering on somebody's man meat. And he went on to have his little podcast. And this is the problem that I have with a lot of these up-and-coming podcasts. They get their first big deal with Barstool and whatnot, and they jizz in their pants a little bit and think they're King Ding-a-ling, and gets on here and talking about how unbiased he's going to be, and he goes into a long-ass rant about Nick Saban. I'm like, all right, that's fine. Still got it's like a 14-minute podcast. Still got about 6 minutes, 7 minutes left in the podcast. Now, I'm waiting to hear his unbiased view on Jimbo. And then he starts talking about Jimbo. He talks about Jimbo all of about a minute and maybe 11 seconds or some shit. And then he's right back on Saban, man. Right back on Saban's quivering lip. Let me tell you something, Brandy Walker. You and your little Texas A&M Aggie over there that you got. And she's not unbiased either. I watched her little 1-minute deal where she had the 1975 shirt on or whatever, where you can see your belly button. If y'all want to be taken seriously, man, if you say you're going to be unbiased about something, then do it unbiasedly. Don't say you're going to do a comparison with two guys or two teams and then talk about that one team of the two 80% of the podcast, because that's what you did. You come across as disingenuous. You come across as trying too hard to cuss. I mean, I cuss every once in a while on here, I will admit, but mine's natural. It's like you were forcing it out there. It's like, F this, F that, F. Gee, I remember when I had my first beer there, Brandy. I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, Nick Saban said what he said, okay? This is true. And some of the stuff he said was a little hypocritical. That's true. But the aftermath of what happened with old Jimbo P, because that's all he does is piss himself every time someone gives him a little critical comment or two. Jimbo loses his noodle. But you didn't acknowledge any of that. You didn't address it or anything, and we know why. It's because you got a little crush on that little girl you got in the studio with you. And if y'all want them people to take her seriously and take her point of view seriously, then don't use her as a sex object. Tell her to put on a normal shirt, dress. She can dress attractively. Like Laura Rutledge. Laura Rutledge is a prime example of how a woman should present herself. A little attractiveness don't hurt. But to go out of your way to wear a t-shirt that looks like something out of a 1975 prequel to fucking Meatballs. So you done made me say the F word. You're a bad influence, Brandy. Brandon, my bad. If y'all want to be taken seriously, man, then stop trying with all the false bravado and the over-the-top forced cuss words. Yeah. Y'all seem like you got a pretty good program. Unnecessary Roughness, I must admit, that's a pretty cool-ass name. But now you're going to get some necessary roughness. Because every time I hear you running that mealy mouth of yours, Brandy, then I'm going to get on here and grill your ass, just like I have Lincoln Riley. And I'll get on them Texas A&M all-male cheerleaders, too. And she's in there talking about how, I'm unbiased. Texas A&M is going to win the SEC. Why? Because y'all beat Alabama one time? Why don't you ask Johnny Manziel and Kevin, what's his name? Kevin Sumlin? I can't remember his first name. Why don't you ask Sumlin and Manziel how that worked out the second go-around? That's right. Anyway, that's all I got today for you boys and girls out there. I just wanted to get in here real quick and serve notice to some of these podcasters out there that, you need to, if you're going to come in here and prop yourself up as unbiased and try to present a podcast of two teams or two people or two whatevers, then try to do it evenly, because you might just get your ass called out. And that's all I got to say about that. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And as always, KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now dismissed.